Peter Thiel is part of the transition.
Yes.
He put a news organization out of business. He did not like how Gawker.com covered him in Silicon Valley. So he funded a legal strategy against them. They got sued for over $100 million. It made that company go away. They no longer exist because Peter Thiel sued them out of existence. The lawyer he used to do that is now representing Melania Trump in a lawsuit that she has filed against a blogger you've never heard of. She's filed a $150 million lawsuit against a blogger. Is that going to continue after inauguration? Is the Trump family going to try to sue to bankrupt news outlets and bloggers?
That's not the goal here. The goal here is to tell the truth. Is that
to collect $150 million from that guy?
No, let's be fair here. First of all, let me go back to what you said about Peter Thiel. I don't want anybody to leave here misinformed or misled that somehow he sued a company out of business. He filed a lawsuit. The judge or the jury heard all of the evidence. Gawker didn't settle. They may have been offered to settle.
Ask him why he did it. And he said he did it to put them
But he succeeded. And he succeeded with apparently an excellent lawyer who now has been hired by Mrs. Melania Trump, who also has been slandered and maligned. And she has a right to defend herself. This woman is brilliant. Anybody who underestimates her and misunderstands her does so at their own peril. I know her very well. She's going to make an amazing first lady.
Is that lawsuit going to continue once she's first lady?
I don't know that the course of the lawsuit, meaning I don't know what it's where it is in the process right now, but she has a right to defend herself.
Does the this is a very unusual thing, though, what Peter Thiel did. It's a novel legal strategy. He's the one who's pioneered. He invented it. He's pioneered it.
And he succeeded at it.
And he succeeded
with this lawyer.
And it made a journelistic enterprise disappear. And so
they made themselves disappear by lying.
Because they wrote a thing about
Peter Thiel not settling and by being arrogant, I guess, going forward. That's my guess. That's how the legal system works.
He accomplished what he set out to do. We both acknowledge.
He's done that his whole life. The man's an amazing success story.
But with the Gawker thing, he set out to fund that lawsuit to make Gawker disappear, and it worked. Is the Trump family now embracing that strategy?
Not at all.
Going to use that?
Not at all.
That is what she's doing.
No, she's defending herself, and she got, I think, an unusual, if not unprecedented, apology. Even though after the lawsuit was filed,
and now she's still pressing ahead with the lawsuit.
It's unheard of. Well,
but why press ahead with the lawsuit after the retraction?
Why is it okay to treat her that way?
Well,
Rachel?
I'm not talking about her treatment. I'm talking about.
No, that's what this is about, though. If you're going to lie about Melania
I also
Trump,
have no opinion on the Hulk Hogan sex tape, but I do have an opinion on using a legal strategy, a novel legal strategy, to disappear journalistic enterprises.
That's not what this is about. I think in her case, it's a straight up lawyer. It's a straight up because he's effective. He did a great job.
He's effective at this legal strategy.
That was one type of case that he handled, but that's not the goal here. The goal here is to, I think, punish and to call out people who lie about Melania Trump.
And a retraction isn't enough. Well, even if you retract it, the first family will continue to sue you?
It's not the first family. Let's be fair. She's a private citizen.
Okay, so the first lady of the United States, if you apologize, you get it wrong. You apologize and you retract it. You will continue to be sued, perhaps as an individual, for over $100 million.
Do you think an apology?
That's going to continue?
Well, hold on, Rachel. Do you think an apology and a retraction undoes the damage? I think when Humpty Dumpty falls off the damn wall, you can't.
You guys are endorsing this strategy.
No, I didn't say that. I'm asking you a question.
But you're defending
Why is it okay? I'm not defending it. I'm defending her and her right to sue people who spread lies and vicious lies about her.
If the Trump family believes,
how about people just stop doing that? I've got a great novel strategy. How about you stop lying about Melania Trump?
Every president, not only in the modern era, every president back to the beginning of newsprint has believed that the press has lied about them and has hated the press and has inveighed against the press. I have never seen a first family, never seen a president or his family members trying to put newspapers out of business through a novel legal strategy.
Listen,
and I want to know if the Gawker legal strategy.
She's not trying to do that.
She's
not trying to do that. That is not her lawsuit. Her lawsuit is suing someone, suing a publication that lied about her, and they
are they going to do that to everybody?
And they apologize. Well, are people going to stop lying about them? And she didn't file that lawsuit as the first lady. She filed the lawsuit as a private citizen.
Will it continue when she's first lady?
Are people going to continue to lie about her?
Well, presumably the first family will continue to believe that people are lying about them. All presidents do. Will the lawsuit?
Oh my God, it doesn't even come close. Do you know what we were discussing 8 years ago around this time? Because not you and me necessarily, but you and me separately. Do you know what the country was discussing 8 years ago? We weren't discussing all the any negative stuff that was associated with President-elect Obama. It was basically, what will they wear to the inaugural? What will he try to push through? How long will it take to get health care? I mean, it's just different for the Trumps. And you know it. But as a private citizen that's being lied about, I'm very proud of her. I'm proud of her as someone who admires her, who knows her, and I'm proud as a woman who gets sick and tired of watching other women torn down in the press, especially a public figure like that. I'm proud of her for pushing forward with that lawsuit. And she got a retraction, she got an apology. You're asking me, is it enough? Is the damage undone? Do you think you can't pull up that story somewhere? I bet you could pull it up right now on your computer. So the damage is always there. And that's not fair to her.
Are you glad that Gawker's gone?
I haven't paid much attention to it. Am I glad that they're gone?
Do you, if somebody lies about the first family, you see it as a lie, would you want that news enterprise to be gone?
No.
In punishment?
No. Of course not, no.
This conversation that we've just had will be taught in journalism classes over the next couple of years.
Let me add a quick addendum, because I'm looking at the time. Let me add a quick addendum to that. I certainly don't want them gone, but I also want the legal process to take its regular course without interruption from anyone else. So if the lawsuit includes a judgment, if the verdict includes a judgment that puts said Gawker out of business because they did not settle or they did not protect their assets or they did, if that's the result, that may not have been the intention.
That was the intention. Peter Thiel says was the intention.
The man is brilliant.
Kellyanne Conway.
Thanks for having me.
It's really nice to have you here. I hope you will continue to do